Okay, think we're streaming, think we're live. Let me just check, get the link and share with people who want to use YouTube. Live. Okay. Just give me a second. Let me share this. The reason I heard of this conversation was online. Are you? Okay. Okay, so ground rules. Please, once you are not the one talking, please mute yourself. So that I would avoid background noise. And if I have a question, I'll definitely ask, and then you can throw in your comment. Joel, your microphone, please mute. Joel. As it will be gone up. Yes, we've begun. All right. So, good evening once again. Tony, this your call. They enter my meeting. I beg. Oma, give you headphones. Okay, thank you. All right. Sorry, I just had to do something quickly. Welcome. We're going to be using I'm going to be using a whiteboard. I'll be writing a lot. If you want to have the sketches from the whiteboard at the end of the class, you can always request. Share it. Anyone with the link can edit. Must I give edit privileges? Anyone with the link can edit. All right. So welcome to this class. So we'll be talking quickly about cryptocurrency. I'm quite sure that's why we're all here. I'm hoping that we'll not spend too much time. We'll just do the general overview today. We'll be doing the quick a quick class just to get to know your way around it, what it means, how it really works, right? And some terminologies. I'm assuming we're having freshers, people that have never done anything with cryptocurrency here. From the next class, we're going to go into a bit of advanced technical explanations, where we're talking to you about things like confirmation servers, primary servers, confirmation verifying, and all that stuff, gas fee, and blah and blah and blah. You get those technical things. I know some of you are actually waiting for that, but let's take it stepwise. In our third class, we'll now talk about trading. We'll now talk about hands-on exercise, trying to make something out of this. You understand? So I'm sure we are all in sync. And to that effect, let's move. I would show you what we're supposed to deal with today. So we're going to talk about what is cryptocurrency, what is a blockchain, what is cryptography, types of mining, and that means you also know mining itself, right? And types of mining, crypto terminologies, and we'll do an introduction to crypto trading. Anyway, you hear me say crypto, just know that I'm talking about cryptocurrency. Yes, that's in short, crypto. Okay, so let's go. First topic, What is cryptocurrency? All right. What's cryptocurrency? So we're going to be doing this research wise too. So as I'm talking, I would be researching with you. We'll be looking at the laptop together. We'll be doing the research together. I'll be asking some questions and yeah. So what is cryptocurrency? We're in the 21st century, so a lot of us just ask Google, right? So I'm going to try as much as possible to make this a layman's class as much as possible, right? I would talk to you as though I'll try as much as possible to remove every technical English and try and make it as lay as possible, right? Okay. So when you hear the word cryptocurrency, now first of all, I must say that cryptocurrency in itself is divided into, where did my whiteboard go to? Okay. Cryptocurrency in itself is divided into two. There's the word crypto, and there's the word currency. I think I don't need to write crypto, but you get. There's crypto and there's the currency of it, right? So there are two different parts. There's crypto. Now, crypto is a short form of cryptography. So I'm still going to learn what is really cryptography in itself. And currency, I'm quite sure you know that it is an exchange value for, it's a representation of something that could be exchanged for value, right? Your shoe could be a currency if it's widely acceptable and it meets the criteria for being a currency, something you can exchange for value. So I want to cut my hair and I can give this guy slippers and this guy will cut my hair for me. Is that okay? I want to do something generally and I'll be able to give somebody something and the person accepts it and does that thing for me. That's a currency. Are we together? So here we have from Wikipedia saying a cryptocurrency, also spelled cryptocurrency or crypto, is a digital asset designed to work as a medium of exchange wherein individual coin ownership records are stored in a ledger existing in a form of computerized. What? This is not complete. So let's see the full thing. I don't even know why I can't read tonight. Better not be Chelsea's loss. All right. So cryptocurrency, digital asset. Now, mind you, cryptocurrency is a digital asset. Digital asset means that you can't have it handy, right? It's online. Just like images, digital assets. Unless we want to have them, we could print something or create a representation of it. Else, we have a lot of digital assets online. You could buy. Some people, for the company I work with. If you want to send money from the abroad, the US people, to the Nigeria, you understand, in dollars, we all know that there are CBN regulations and all. So what we've created a system where people can create what we call gift cards. Are we together? So you create a gift card. I know some of you know what gift cards are. For those of you who don't know what gift cards are, they are digital assets to you. You go to a store like Amazon and you see a card, maybe the card is $1,000. So you pay Amazon $1,000 and collect the card. It has some numbers, some digits to it. I could send it to somebody in Nigeria. The person goes to my company's website, redeem it there in Naira. So my company is going to give you the Naira equivalent. So my company buys gift cards in dollars. So the person gives the digits, you go there, redeem it, and it's converted to Naira. But in itself is just digits of numbers, which is money. If I send those digits of numbers to somebody and the person knows what to do with it, he's going to generate money off it. So that's those are digital assets. We have a lot of them, gift cards and all. They said digital assets, anything that exists in a digital format and comes with the right to use. Data that do not possess the rights are not considered assets. So if you can't use it to create money or something, no, it's not digital assets. Okay, designed to work as a medium of exchange wherein individual coin ownership records are stored in a ledger existing in the form of a computerized database using strong cryptography to secure transaction records, to control the creation of additional coins, and to verify the transfer of ownership. Beautiful. This sounds beautiful, and we're going to spend some time to break this down into something useful. So that's the first topic we're dealing with today. What is cryptocurrency? When we're done with that, it should introduce us to what is the blockchain. Are we together? Can you guys hear me? Hope you're hearing me.
Yes, I am.
Oh, thank you. Where am I? All right. So moving forward, let me paste the definition we just got. Cryptocurrency or crypto is a digital asset. I've explained that part. Work as a medium of exchange, wherein I've explained this medium of exchange, right? Now the next thing is wherein individual coin ownership records are stored in a ledger. All right, so now individual coin ownership records are stored in a ledger. What does that mean? That means that everybody that has these digital assets, your records are not kept in any other place but a ledger, right? And the ledger is not in a central place. So what they said is that it is existing in a form of a computerized database using cryptography to blah 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 blah. Why didn't they talk about decentralization in this definition? It's supposed to be records are stored in a ledger existing in a decentralized computerized database. So if you don't put decentralized, I'm not correcting Wikipedia though, but yeah, this word comes in handy here. All right, so everybody's record, people that own this currency, their value is kept in a computerized database that is decentralized. Okay, let me narrate that to your local bank. Some of us use GT Bank, First Bank, Zenith Bank. I use GT Bank. Now, all the customers of GT Bank, their records, how much they have. You have 2K in your account, you have 10K in your account, you have 10 million in your account. All that record is just digits, records. It's not necessary that when you go to that your local bank there, they have your money with the one you give them. That's the one they're keeping for you. No, they've collected all the monies, but they just kept the record of it somewhere. Any day you want your money, you come and you collect your money. So, but the records for GTB, for example, any bank, is stored on a computer that is centralized. So there is a computer, there's a server somewhere in this world that everything is stored on. Are we together? And we don't know how the records are stored, whether it is stored in plain text or when they got all the records, what they had to do is that's for security reasons. Now they converted it to Arabic. For example, if somebody wants to save things on a database, for security reasons, you have to think, what if for any reason somebody breaks into my server or my computer and sees the record? What does he do? First, you don't want the person to understand the records. So what you do is cryptography. Are you together? Cryptography is the science of converting records to something that is not human readable, just for security purposes. Now we are going to cryptography gradually. So I don't know, banks may adopt cryptography, quite alright, just to convert all these our records, our money values, to something that if anybody enters there, the person will not understand. It's only them that can understand it by some form of way. Are we together? So that's cryptography in itself. But unlike our banks, for cryptocurrency, I should come back. All right. Who goes there? Okay. So let me continue. Let me go back again one more time. I'm using two scenarios here to explain my point, to explain this point, the point of decentralization. Is that okay? All right, so I said there's our local bank, GTB, for example. Let's assume for any reason the headquarters is in Lagos, right? We're assuming that's where the server is, somewhere in Lekki, is always on, is collecting records of transactions. Somebody did minus 50k from his account, he records it. Somebody added 20k to account, he records it. He's just keeping the record, you understand? Every second, every time. Most times what happens is that when the server, sometimes they do what you call server maintenance. I know a lot of Zenith Bank people here will understand, because recently they had one of the longest outages. They had almost a week outage on server maintenance. So you find out that your bank services are not working. Why? Because they're trying to maintain this computer or something. So maybe they want to do backup, periodic backups. Banks have to do backups, because if for any reason the server goes down, you come back to the bank and they tell us, we don't even know how much you had in your account before. We're very sorry about that. Did you say you had 20 million? And you'll be like, yeah, I have 20 million. And they'll be like, okay, we can't prove that, so sorry, we've lost your money. Just start from afresh or something like that. Those are the issues with centralized systems, that the record is saved in one place. Are we together? So if record is saved or stored in just one place, then there's a problem. There's a big problem. Oh, my live streamers on YouTube will be looking to us, seeing my face, and there's no face because the place is dark. All right, sorry YouTubers. Okay, so where was I? That's the centralized system. Now, like I said, the blockchain itself is decentralized because all the records are not kept in one place. It's kept in plenty computers around the world at the same time. That's crazy to know, right? And also the data, the record of our value of money that we have, is not saved in plain text. It is encrypted. So it is not saved in plain text. It is what? Encrypted. Now, how it is encrypted, we'll talk about that in further classes. We'll talk about the full form of cryptography. I think in today's class we're still supposed to talk a bit about cryptography. So maybe I'll give you an example when we enter cryptography. I'll give you an example that you can relate to it, and I'll give you a bit a little bit higher example that is what cryptography actually is, right? So that's just a quick summary on what does this statement means. Individual coin ownership records, that's like how much you have now, the coin you have, the value of it, how much it is stored in a ledger, right? Existing in a form of a decentralized, computerized database. Now, like I said, decentralized means it's not one computer, but it's on computers, right? And a database. A database is just a store of records. Using strong cryptography to secure transaction records, because if anybody for any reason tampers with transaction records, the system is no more safe. And since this system came out, the whole cryptocurrency system, since it came out till now, it has been one of the safest ways. It has been very safe and secure. Nobody can hack into it because it is not on one computer. If you want to hack into it, you have to get plenty computers, right? Put all of them together and hack all of them at the same time, because it's not only one person that saves the record, and before any record is added or edited, it's not one person that confirms. Everybody has to say, okay, see, this person claims that he had 5 Bitcoin before. Okay, he wants to withdraw 2 Bitcoin. Let's check. Does he have 5 Bitcoin? This person say yes, I confirm he has 5 Bitcoin. This other person say yes, I confirm he has 5 Bitcoin. Like, we have to have about 10 or sometimes 20 computers to confirm that yes, so this person actually had 5 Bitcoin before we can say, all right, let us remove one. And when we remove 1 Bitcoin which he has withdrawn now, all of us will update. We say, okay, we have updated minus 1 Bitcoin. Everybody say minus 1. Yes, minus 1 Bitcoin. Yes, minus 1 Bitcoin. Everybody has a new record of this person. So if you want to do something, it's just like a family, right? Where it's not one person that is leading, it's just a group. So before you do something, everybody has to give you permission. It's not one person that who owns the authority now. We have given the authority, decentralized it to plenty people. Anybody Imagine everybody, 19 of them say yes, and the third person says no, I don't have a correct record. What they will either do is either they ask other people to confirm that that record is bad and this computer has been compromised, or something is wrong with the 19 of us. You understand? So all that the person whoever created this system thought about all that and brought a rule to accommodate all that. Any questions so far? Okay. 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 So you're taking us into something, which topic, where is that? Okay, no, it's okay. You've actually brought us to the next topic. What is the blockchain? And I think we can talk about that already. I just need to ask about this question. Does anybody have anything about what I just discussed? Just a first definition. And I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to give you clear, human understandable or layman understandable examples which are actually real. You understand? So, but anyone have any question? I think nobody has, so we can move on from this. Okay. Now I'm not understanding this whiteboard. Is it hard to clean like this? Can't I just say control clear? Yes, that worked. Okay. Alright, so moving on, that was our definition from here. You could continue. Let me just finish reading the definition. It typically does not exist in physical form, like paper money, and it typically is not issued by a central authority. See, cryptocurrency typically use decentralized control. Decentralization or decentralization is the process by which the activities of an organization, particularly those regarding planning and decision making, are distributed or delegated away from a central authoritative location or a group. Remember, I talked about this. So it's not one person that that authorizes transactions here. There's no one stop for authority, right? All of us authorize this at the same time, just so that everybody will have the same record and we are sure that it is safe. Nobody does anything wrong and all that stuff. So cryptocurrency typically, okay, blah 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 blah. When a cryptocurrency is minted or created prior to issuance or issued by a single issuer, it is generally considered centralized. When implemented with decentralized control, each cryptocurrency works through distributed ledger technology called a blockchain. So are we together? We're entering now the next phase of what is a blockchain. So it works through what we call a distributed ledger. You know what a ledger is now? All of us went to secondary school here. Let me check. Momo went to secondary school. All right. So where was I? There's this class register or class ledger. They used to have, your class teacher used to have it. Whether your class teacher comes to class every day to take attendance or not, they used to fill attendance inside it. They used to fill records inside, like scores. Each course or each subject had their own column inside it. At least that's how my secondary school worked, right? Each of them, you see agric, you see ICT, you see math, you see English. So there's CA1, CA2, CA3. So this come and fill it there with biro. Every teacher, when they finish CA, they go to that class register and fill it there. In case their own record book lost, no problem. The classroom cannot just lost like that. Then there's one computer where at the end of the term, all of us go and teachers go and shook it inside the computer and to generate report card. At least that was what we used to do that here. You understand? All right. So they said now this ledger which was in the class we used to have is not just going to be one book now. Whatever if the book is compromised, one student catches it, one Adamu, and just went and put 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Do you understand? Or he see 1, you put 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Then there's a problem somewhere. So it is now distributed. So everybody has a copy of this ledger to different computers, different servers. At the same time, if you are going to be recording anything into the ledger, everybody records it at the same time. So that we'll have all the same copy. Same, how do you say it? We call it statement of truth. And we have a how do you call it? Forgetting terminology though, but you understand what I'm saying. All right, so this distributed ledger system is called a blockchain. Did I get an in chat? This distributed ledger all right, this distributed, yeah, sorry, whoever is Adamu. That was just the first name that came to mind. All right, that thing is called a blockchain. So once you distribute the ledger to different people, you have now done what you call a blockchain. So let's read it again. When implemented with decentralized control, each cryptocurrency works through distributed ledger technology, typically a blockchain. So we're going to read the definition of blockchain: that serves as a public financial transaction database. That means that we can actually check, we can actually know how much Bitcoin Elon Musk has, because it's a public ledger. Are we together? You can actually check how much Bitcoin anybody has, right? Because it is a public ledger. Any question first, then I move into how this blockchain works. Okay, I think we're good so far. Now, just a second, please. What's up? Let me check if there are questions on the YouTube channel. Just a bit. Okay, no questions there. Oh, someone said, don't worry, we can do without your face. All right. Actually, there's nothing special about this, my face, right? Okay. Oh, they could see my face a bit though. That's crazy. Moving on, blockchain. Now, remember, I'll start from the last statement, one of the last key statements I made. Remember, I said you could know how much anybody owns at any time. Now, the question is how. Now, there's only one way you can actually know how much anybody has at each time. If you know the person's what you call ID. It's just like on the blockchain, you don't save people by their name. It's not Facebook. You don't sign up with your name. Francis Ocholi, mail. You don't do that. The system automatically generates an ID which is unique to you. It generates what you call, the ID is called an address. So let me give you a sample BTC address. This is what it looks like. So it's just some text, some randomish text, right? Bold. I guess you guys are saying it though.
Yes.
All right, so that's what. So if this is, for example, Elon Musk's that one Elon Musk's address. These people in this house, I beg that. I'm not going to hear the end of it now. All right.
Oh my God, if I don't hear, what's not? Okay,
All right. So if this is, for example, Elon Musk's address, I could go to the public ledger and search by this address, and I will know how many Bitcoin is inside his wallet. It's very simple. But the question is, you think Elon Musk could just give his address like that, put it on his tweet or something? He might do, I don't know. Let me not use him as an example, because till now we don't know what's up with that guy. We have no idea. Okay, so let's go to blockchain. Now, a blockchain is a growing list of records. So it is growing. It is always growing. It keeps increasing. Called blocks that are linked together using cryptography. Remember, I told you cryptography is on that one we're going to talk about. Maybe I should just combine the two of them. What is blockchain and what is cryptography? Okay, so let me talk about cryptography a bit. Let's go to whatsapp.com. I know a lot of people have never visited whatsapp.com. You don't even know there's a website called whatsapp.com. All right, so now WhatsApp claims that they do what you call end-to-end encryption. Some of you have seen it, but I don't know if you really know what it is. Now, end-to-end encryption means that my message is going to leave my phone to a server. But before it leaves my phone to a server and to the recipient for the message, it will do what you call an encryption. So there is some key it will use to encrypt the message. Some key, it could be anything. It could just use something that is unique to my account or to my phone, uses it, mixes, changes the message. So this is it. Look at this. Just take a look at it. The message is hello, right? So it will change it to something like this, and that's what is sent to the server. Now, when the server gets it, the server sends it to that person. Now, that person collects it. Since that person is expecting a message to me and from me, and the person is my friend, the person also has a key that the person can use to more or less revert this message to readable text before the person can seize it. That is for security reasons, because if anybody at any point intercepts the message, a chat between me and that person on the way to the person should not be able to read our chat. So when WhatsApp says we provide you end-to-end encryption, what they mean is that your message, before it left your phone, there's something unique to you. Some of us have heard it: public key, private key. Public key, private key. If I'm your friend, I give you my public key. Is that okay? I will sign my chat with my private key. And it's only somebody, if you are the recipient of this chat, you have my public key, you can now use to do what? Let me take it again. I have a public key, private key. You have a public key, private key. We share a public key. I forgot to add that part too. Two of you have a public key that is unique to two of you. Once we become friends, once we've said hi at least on WhatsApp, or somebody has said something, WhatsApp will create a key that is unique to two of us. That is the key we're going to be using to sign, encrypt chats and decrypt them. So if our key, so let me just see if I can quickly. Oh, can these people leave me alone? Yes, Chelsea lost. Come on. All right, let me find if I can say something here. It's on phone or mobile. I can't see it. I don't know if I've ever seen it on desktop. Let me try here. All right, good. See this. Messages are end-to-end encrypted. No one outside this chat, not even WhatsApp, can read or listen to. So click to see more. Show me my encryption key. That's why I came here. I was supposed to see the encryption key. Okay, maybe they are not showing the encryption key here on WhatsApp, but I guess you guys must have seen what I'm talking about. So there's one key, looks quite long, just a bulk of rubbish strings. In itself, that is called cryptography. Are we together? So we use some key, some random text to sign a message or sign anything. such that it's only restricted people that have restricted access, authorized access to access that information. All right, so let's continue with our talk. Okay, so that's cryptography in itself, right? Okay. A blockchain is a growing list of records called blocks. So when you think of a blockchain, think of a growing list of blocks. So we have, let me see, get a bigger pen. So we have a block. By the time the block is full, is linked to another block. Linked to another block. My drawing on computer screen is getting better. It used to be haggard. It's a straight line. All right, linked to another block. I think so. This in itself is a blockchain, and it's growing. Now we'll talk about what a block is in itself. Are we together? Talk about what a block is and how many blocks it takes to call. You know when we're in school, they say 1 decimeter make 1 decimeter, 1 something make 1 something. Okay, it's 10 decimeter that makes 1 centimeter, right? Then 10 centimeter makes 1 millimeter or something like that. I don't know. 10 millimeters make 1 meter, and 1,000 meters make what? 1 kilometer. I don't know. So don't know mass at all again. All right. So, but you get what I'm talking about. We would also learn that. Okay, maybe 8 blocks make something. Okay, somebody wants to tell us the conversion something. I'll sing the song. All right, everybody is shy. Okay, so moving on. You get what I'm saying. We want to understand how many transactions make a block. How many transactions? Is it 8 transactions? Is it 80 transactions before we can say a block is complete? So I've made a block. Now when a block is complete, what happens also? We need to know that. Now like I said, today's class is not going to be that technical. We're not going to cryptographic hashing. We're not going to block architecture, block structures. I'm just giving an overview. Are we together? And so if you need that in our next class, like I said, we'll go a bit technical. Then in our third class, we'll now talk about investments, like how to really make money from this thing that I'm explaining. Because in the end, if I teach you and you don't know how to make money from it, you are not doing well. All right, so moving on. Let me just read what's here. Then we'll go to the fun part of today's class: mining and types of mining. Then I will explain something nice. Then we'll go to some terminologies in cryptography. Then after we'll talk about trading, and we're good to go for today. So moving on, let's go. So let me read this. Blockchain is a growing list of records called blocks. They are linked together using cryptography. Each block contains a cryptographic hash. So look at it. This is what I'm talking about, right? So the text is: the red fox jumps over the blue dog. If you use a cryptographic hash, what do you get? What's the digest? Like, what's the output? This is what the output is. This section is for digest. Like, I use something cryptography and I convert this and I'll get this. Now depends. This is OUR. This is OUER. Look at what it creates if you use cryptography. OEVR. See, the hash is different. It's totally different. OER. The hash is totally different again. So you can never actually say similarity between this and this and this and this. Nada. To that cryptography in a share. Now, each block contains a cryptographic hash of the previous block. It contains a timestamp. So they are describing what a block is. It contains a cryptographic hash, a timestamp, and transaction data, in brackets, generally represented as a Merkle tree. A timestamp proves that the transaction data exists when the block was published in order to get into its hash. Block contains the hash of a previous block, blah blah. I think we leave that for now. That's getting too technical already. So, but I want you to imagine a blockchain like this. This is a blockchain. No, this is not imagine. This is how a blockchain looks like. So we have blockchain information. So when the block is finished, we enter to the next block. When the block is finished, move to the next block. Now this block, this block is not going to be part of a true blockchain. Now any block that for any reason there was a comma about it, we're not sure about something, it will be off the blockchain. This, so the blockchain at every time is supposed to have a true statement. So this is the real blockchain. Any block outside that even went like this, it was mined quite right, but at some point something was wrong with it. It will come back to the last state where it was true and continue building a new block. We'll talk about that, like I said, when we enter confirmation servers, primary servers, and all this stuff. So, but you understand now that when you see blockchain formation like this, you know that this is the main chain. They call this the main chain. The main chain is the longest chain, and that means this block has come from here all the way till here. This is the current chain. This is what is currently mined. Okay, let's read it. It says blockchain formation. The main chain, the black, consists of the longest series of blocks from the genesis block, the green, to the current block. Often, okay, so in their representation, the genesis block is this one. That was the first block. Okay, so this is the current block. So I switched it in my explanation. So this is the first block, and this is the current block that is being mined. All right. Often blocks that's purple exist outside the main chain. This one's any transaction found here is not true, or something was wrong about them. Oh, okay. So, question, think. Any questions? Okay. Okay, your head started spinning. Sorry. Let me stop speaking too much English. Let's come back to normal. Orphan blocks, main blocks. I'll talk about it, like I said, when we talk about technical details of mining, like how mining is done, right? Okay. All right. So moving on. I'm done with this. Now let's talk about mining overview, introduction to mining, and some other cryptocurrency technologies. And we'll talk about trading, and this one will just be more talking. There's no much technical terms in this, and we'll close. All right. So now mining. Now what is mining? Let me give you a layman's explanation of mining. Mining is when for example, okay, before I even go to example, now like I said, around the world we have computers everywhere around the world. We have computers. This is the whole world. We have computers everywhere. I don't have to draw the world again, but just assume we have computers everywhere. Now all these computers together, each of them will be mining. Let's assume each of them are mining any cryptocurrency. I will explain what mining is. Let's assume each of them are mining. That means each of them are creating blocks of transaction. Like I said, there's no one person that has the authority. Let's assume all of them have the authority. All of them are connected somehow. All of them are connected. Okay, now I'm supposed to use maybe another color for that. Okay, so all of them are connected, and they are doing the same thing, all of them. So if somebody needs one BTC, all these computers will do the same and provide a person one BTC. All these computers keep the record. Now when all these computers keep the record, they will all have to generate one block. So when all of them say okay, this okay, then there is a blockchain which, like I said, is a true database of transactions. So if all of them have agreed, have we come to consensus, we now add it to the block, the current mining block. By the time another transaction happens, what do we do? Okay, let's add it to the current mining block. They keep on adding this, they keep on adding. All of them, okay, we have a consensus. Okay, this is what happened. We add. Now that process in itself is called mining. That process, when I say computers also, you can also imagine phones. Maybe your phone is powerful enough to mine, to keep transactions, or to verify transactions, or to do anything generally. We know that, okay, you are on the mining pool. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have these 9 computers. They form what we call a mining pool. So all of them form what we call a mining pool. Now this mining pool, when they agree, they create a record in the block. When they agree, they keep on adding to the block. So mining in itself is just the process of keeping records. That's mining. Now what happens to any computer that mines, that does the work? He's rewarded. That's where we are going to now. Now if you are a computer on this network that is the person that was given the task to finally put this thing into the blockchain, you are given some reward. So miners usually get what you call rewards. The reward usually is in form of a coin. So whatever the record is, once you have added it to the listen, if you're on the Bitcoin blockchain, what will happen is that you are going to be rewarded with some Bitcoin. Maybe the Bitcoin blockchain is rewarding people with 0.001 Bitcoin every time a block is mined. So that means if I was the person, if this is me, Francis, this is my computer. Don't know why my computer is looking like this, but if I was the one that mined this last block, I'll be given a reward in terms of Bitcoin, assuming I'm on the Bitcoin blockchain. Any question? If you're on the Ethereum blockchain, if you're the one that mined that block, you will be the one to be given this 0.01. Now instead of Bitcoin, since you're on the Ethereum blockchain, it's going to be what? ETH. Is that okay? It's going to be Ethereum. Yep. All right, Momo. Exactly. So what you did is that, to those that have done it before, you just added your phone to the mining pool and you were given some tasks to do. You're given some transactions to sign just to confirm, right? You just click confirm, and at the end of the day, you are given some reward. For mining this amount of transactions, take so and so value of that coin. Sure, bro. All right. Okay. So that's it. That's mining. You don't expect me to go and mine limestone, break the ground, bring out limestone, and you don't pay me for that, right? No, that's not what happens. Now remember, this is where I'm going to with this point. At the time that this person is putting this in on the block, he is not the only person. He is not the only person that confirmed that. All of us, we are 8 of us extra that confirmed this with you, but for some reason you were the one that got the privilege of putting it in the block. You will be the only one to get the reward, not all of us. All of us are still going to wait. Now, the question is that, so how do they assign it to me? Is it random, or I have to do something to be the guy that is assigned to mine the block? Do you get what I just said? So you wonder, like, okay, is it because I'm worthy, I'm tall, that they just give me the thing to mine, or something? There's something I did that made me capable of mining. Now that brings us to 2 concepts. The first concept is what you call proof of stake and proof of work. Proof of stake and proof of work. Okay, so I think I should increase this font a bit, and I don't know how to increase the font. Let us increase this font. I know. We can see it away. Thank you so much. All right, so proof of stake now and proof of work. I'm going to start with proof of work. Now, when Bitcoin came out, generally we'll call that Bitcoin version 1.0. Is that okay? So when Bitcoin came out initially, they used what you call proof of work. When Ethereum came out too, now mind you that I keep on using Bitcoin and Ethereum because they are the world's most popular cryptocurrencies. They were one of the first ones that came out. Okay, let me give you a quick breakdown. When Bitcoin came out, the owner, the person who deployed Bitcoin, ran away. He's just nowhere to be found. Nobody knows him, right? But it came out in 2009 on the 9th of January. That's 12 years ago. In fact, they called it Bitcoin version 0.1. It came out on the 9th of this. Are we together? The founder, his name is called Satoshi Nakamoto. We don't know if that's a real name or not. You can do your research, find the guy out. If you bring him out, don't worry, the world will celebrate you that you've done as well. But he didn't have any ill intentions in mind. Now, after a while, since we couldn't find the owner, some guys came out and was like, see guys, hey, calm down. This guy that did Bitcoin, he did a good thing. He has some limitations. We can't edit it because we know different limitations. Why don't we come on and create our own coin? Looking at what Bitcoin is, come together, do something that works like Bitcoin, exactly like Bitcoin, using the same technology, right? But maybe a bit better. We've seen the flaws of Bitcoin. Why don't we come up with something better? So they came up with their own Ethereum. There was a conference, literal conference. People came together, gathered, and sat down and said, okay, these are the falls of Bitcoin. Let us make Ethereum. And they came up with their own Ethereum coin, and it worked perfectly. Now, one of the companies that worked on Ethereum is Consensus. Are we together? Some companies came together to work on the Ethereum blockchain. One of the companies was Consensus. Their CEO and founder is Joseph Lubin. Sorry, please hope this all this history is not boring. It might come in handy. Yeah. So Joseph Lubin, I think this might actually even be the picture from the conference where he was pitching the whole, okay, we can do this and make a better blockchain than the Bitcoin blockchain. And it was fine. Companies came around, adopted it. Some companies, a lot of them were skeptical. Okay, well, are you sure this guy doesn't want to chop our money? Are you sure this one? Let's just be seeing, let us be watching from afar. Do you understand? And that's how the guy has blown from Ethereum. Right now, one Ethereum is about $1 million or something, 1 point something million naira. You get? So let's assume when he created the blockchain himself, he just reserved nothing more than just 1 million Ethereum. Do you understand? Nothing too much, Is that 1 million? I don't even know how he spelled that. Yeah, that's 1 million. So this will be how much he has now. This $3.8 billion, right? So if you're an early investor in Ethereum and you purchased about 1 million Ethereum, you should have about $3.8 billion. But let's not go into all that. Let's continue our talk. Proof of work. Now, like I said, when Bitcoin came out in 2009, they used what we call proof of work. Now, proof of work means that for me, my computer to be the one to mine that block, I have to prove to you guys something, that I am the fastest computer on the network. That's what I have to prove to you guys. I have to prove to you that CEO, leave I'm the best here. So we have all those 9 computers trying to. All those 9 computers trying to ensure. Sorry, is the background noise phone call disturbing? Okay, because that's a background noise. Just a second, please. This is your voice note. Sorry, me too. I'm saying sorry too. Alright, so sorry about that. So, proof of work, like I said, prove that I am the fastest. And proof of stake means proof that I am the what? I am the what? What do you think proof of stake is? Someone should tell me. Did I say stack? Sorry, stake. Sorry, it's stake. Oh, this autocorrect, I think. All right. So, what do you think it is? There isn't. Eh? Yes, prove that I am the richest. You just like money, this game. Alright, so proof that I am the richest is proof of stake. Proof that I am the fastest computer here is proof of work. So, like I said, with my Bitcoin analysis, you remember, I think I'll have to Ctrl Z there so we can see the formal diagram. All right, so for me here to mine, I have to prove to you guys without any doubt on the Bitcoin blockchain and also Ethereum. Now, Ethereum 1.0 used proof of work. Bitcoin 1.0 used proof of work. But we found out that proof of work has some disadvantages too. So there is now what you call proof of stake. Now let me explain. Now how does it work? How do I prove to you guys I'm the fastest? There's a mathematical question, a very complex mathematical question that the blockchain keeps on generating randomly. The blockchain will just generate one hard mass. You think you can? You have hard mass. Let blockchain generate mass for you. You will know. Now computers around the world will compete. The fastest person to give the blockchain the right answer, he's the person that is going to mine that block. And at the end of mining it, what happens? He's rewarded with a coin. His mining process, like I said, is even a community effort, quite right. But since he was one that was called the primary confirmation or verification server, PVS or PCS, some people call it PVS or PCS. Since he's now the primary confirmation server, he keeps the glory. Do we get?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's proof of work. Now, proof of work now, that means that, come on, did my YouTube stream die? Sorry, just a second. Okay, the stream is still live. All right. It's just one person that's watching on YouTube. That's good. Little beginners. All right. So that means that your computer has to be super fast. Do you know what that means? That means that people just have like a whole room filled with computer power and computing power. So because of that, they consume a lot of power, like electrical power. They're trying to create the fastest computer. So you connect one CPU to another CPU to another CPU. So you are thinking your laptop is 16 gig RAM and it's fast, and you're seeing people that are having 60,000 gigabytes of RAM. So you're wondering like, okay, so what's going on here? You're using Core i5, people are using Core i10. and they're using like the latest generation, and they're not using just one of it. Do you understand? And you have to get, my processor is, my laptop is pretty good. Now that's commercial, right? There's industrial standard computers you've never seen before, that as we dey think am, it dey open. You understand? There's nothing like hang. No, I mean, hang is too far, but you get what I'm talking about. Like, these things are crazy fast, and there are power plants that they use for them. They use water to cool it. Like, you see water, there's a water pump that is passing through. Not just only the cooling plant, even the CPU. So the CPUs have what we call water pipes inside them. So that the water pipe, so what is cooling a computer is not fan, is what? Is water. It's just to ensure that the computer keeps a good running temperature to be able to perform optimally. Are we together? So we have computers like that, supercomputers, mainframe computers, and just rooms on rooms on rooms of computers connected together on the blockchain. So if we have those kind of big computers, you now come and connect your laptop. Like, which day will they reward you to mine it? Like, who are you? Do you understand? So if, for example, I connect my laptop to the Bitcoin blockchain, it might take me years before I'm assigned one block to mine. You understand? So there's this website I used. I designed a mining, more or less a mining house for one company. I gave them a proposal, so I had to use, I've forgotten the name of that website. On that website, you can put in your computer's specs, and they will tell you that, okay, with these specs, so it will take you 1 year to be able to make up to this amount of money. Now, let me also add to you that a mining pool now, like I said, might not be one computer. Like me, Joshua, all of us here can combine our computing power together to form one computer and the mining pool. So if for any reason we were rewarded to mine a block, all of us will share the money equally. Do you understand? So if on the blockchain, Bitcoin blockchain now, all the computers in Nigeria that are mining combined with the computers in South Africa that are mining, and all of us come together to form one node on the blockchain, that means we have a better chance, we stand a better chance of being awarded a block to mine. And that also means that when the reward comes, they'll share it according to all of us. So if we're 200 computers, the reward that comes will be divided into 200, each of us will get. So the more numbers you have, the more chances you stand to mine using proof of work. So we see the disadvantage of proof of work is that too much power consumption. And this world, we are trying to conserve power, and some people are telling us that no, in order to make money now, you have to spend more power. So we're like, nah, so we're moving to proof of stake. Do you understand? So Bitcoin 1.0 uses proof of work. Ethereum 1.0 uses proof of work. Now Ethereum 2.0 is on its way out, and we've read about a lot about Ethereum 2.0. They said current Ethereum 2.0 is expected to launch in November 2020, but it has not been launched yet, right? So I'm looking for the release date in 2021. Now it is anticipated to be the 1st of December instead of earlier of 2021 as previously thought. So summary is that Ethereum 2.0 has not been released, but just know that Ethereum gas fee is very high right now. Like if you want to transfer one Ethereum or any form of Ethereum you're going to be spending gas fee of almost 50,000 naira to transfer. That's because it's using proof of work. So when we're using proof of stake, what does it mean? That means that who is the richest? You have to stake your money. So all of us in this pool will contribute money together. We will now create maybe $100 million, and we stake. We're staking that money, meaning that we are trying to say that we want this reward. Imagine the reward to mine a block is $1,000, but everybody's taking money, and we know that in order to win this, we have to stake the largest amount of money. So we now stake $1 million so that we'll be able to mine $1,000. Is that not crazy? Now, why you have to do that is because you are trying to tell the blockchain that, see, I'm not going to do anything wrong. I promise. Because you can't stake that big money and now mine this block wrongly. You're going to lose $1 million just because of $1,000. Like, it doesn't make sense. So anybody that can stake the highest amount of money is the most trustworthy person. Do you get now the other way of it, right? So anybody that stakes the highest money is the most trustworthy person. I will allow him to mine this block because he's going to lose the most. Summary. So that's the difference between proof of work and proof of stake. I am still talking under mining and types of mining. So the types of mining, we have proof of work mining or proof of stake mining. Any question?
Well, I don't just so I'm using I'm just trying to understand. Node, you mentioned node, for example now, and think one crypto that mining Bitcoin, you say to use your laptop as a node.
Yes.
So, like, I don't know, does that have anything to do with proof of stake? I can't remember. I can't remember what the wrote in their white paper, but they were saying something about rewarding those that will mine in their laptop, see their laptop be load. So, like, does that link to proof of stake?
Okay, so which blockchain particularly is that one going to be mined on? What I'm asking is because you can mine proof of stake or proof of work with that example you just gave. If they want to use your laptop, most likely they want to use proof of work because they are trying to harness the computing power. If they are telling you to use your laptop, it's all about the computing power they are looking for. With proof of stake, I can use my phone and beat all the computers in the world. Why? Because I am not trying to show off power. So you have to know if they want to use your laptop to mine on the blockchain as a node. So that means they want to connect all of you together, everybody on that pool. There's something called a mining pool. So all of us will be in the mining pool. They will join all of us. Will now represented on the blockchain itself as one node. So as one node now, that means whatever reward comes to that node, they'll share it among all of us. So most likely they want to use our computing power. They will tell you they tell you something like you should install a software and connect to this pool. So you are trying to join a mining pool. So that means you have to leave your computer almost always on if you want to mine. Like there's this coin. I'm wondering if I want to mine it. It's Nimic. The name of the coin is Nimic, right? This is the website I was talking about. You put in your power consumption, put in your water, then you can calculate and know whether you will make profit. So if this is my power consumption of my laptop, you see that I will make losses. You just say in a day I'll make about $1 loss. In a week I should make loss and all that. But if my power is about this, okay, it's about this. My power consumption is smaller. I should be able to make profit and all that, considering the cost of this. Just put all this together. Okay, let's assume I have more hashing power. There's something called hashing power. Don't worry. If I go technical, that's what I'll talk about on this one. So see green everywhere. Per month, if you're having this amount, this spec of computer, you'll be able to make $1.18 million per month and all that. Yeah, so there are computers on the mining pool. Question. All right, so I don't think there's a question. The last thing we'll be doing is we'll be answering some Now, a lot of us are on social media. This terminologies I'm going to go. It's a social media discussion now. A lot of us are on social media, and we see all these crypto guys on their status. They use words like HODL. How many of you have seen that? I think for now we've talked about the serious terminologies. I've talked about the technical terminologies. Now let us calm down and have fun and see those terminologies in crypto that let me write some one or two. There's HODL. Who knows what HODL is? There's ATH. There's okay, I'll just write 8 of them. There's DOYR. There's fiat. There's FOMO. Now see, after I teach you here, trust me, when you go to social media, you will not start seeing them if you've never been seeing them before. You just start seeing it. FUD. There is you see whale. Somebody will say, this one a whale. You now a whale. How many dice I put? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've put 7. I think let's start with those for now. Wallet. For now. All right. So what is HODL? HODL is hold for dear life. ATH, I'll just write them out. It's all time high. Do your own research. Fiat is not an abbreviation. Fiat is the same thing as money. Like normal traditional money, like dollar, paper money. You're doing well. Traditional money. FOMO is fear of missing out. FUD is fear. Why am I just doing fear? Uncertainty. Can we not spell? Uncertainty again and doubt. Whale. Whale is Elon Musk. Okay, no, but he's an example of a whale. Whale are people that have people that can move the market with their big money. People that can shift the position of the market with big cash. You have money. Wallet is where crypto is stored with an address to the blockchain. All right, so let's go. Hold on for dear life. Now, some people buy coins. I have to add this part so that when you go, at least you will be able to take away something that you can use in your everyday life from today's class. What I just explained today might not necessarily be applicable in your everyday life. So I had to add this one. Now, people buy coins. For example, there's this coin called let me see, don't know, Dogecoin. A lot of us have heard Dogecoin. So currently, one Dogecoin, I'll be using Naira because we're Nigerians, is about, let me see, 1 Doge to Naira. 1 Doge to Naira. It's approximately 270 Naira. So let's just say 220 Naira is 1 Dogecoin. Now, some people are going to want to buy this Dogecoin at this price, and they are hoping that by the end of the year, maybe it will be equal to 1,000 Naira. for one Dogecoin. So if I have one Dogecoin at 220 naira, by the end of the year, I'm assuming that it should have grown up to what, 1,000 naira. But it doesn't mean that as you have one Dogecoin at 220 naira, it will just be increasing. Sometimes it's going to fall, bro. It's going to fall down to maybe, sometimes it can fall down to 120 naira. Or sometimes it can even fall down to one Dogecoin becomes 80 naira. And at that point, you're like, is this even going to go up before the end of the year again? Now, they will tell you, some people, they will have to advise you, say, if it's Dogecoin, just hold for dear life. Don't sell it. Don't panic and just throw away your Dogecoin and just cash out your remaining money. Hold for your dear life. By the end of the year, most likely, I want to assure you, it will reach whatever, 1,000 naira. We have all-time high. All-time high is if a coin reaches a point where it has never reached before. Is that okay? Let me see. Okay, no. Let me open CoinMarketCap. Let me show you an example of all-time high. Let me use any coin, random coin. Let me use this coin. I don't even know the name of the coin. But now, look at this coin over all time. If I click on all here, you'd see that since the inception of this coin, let's see the date it was incepted, or it was created. It was created on the 15th of December 2017 by 1 a.m. That person was not sleeping. All right, so the value of the coin started from 0, right? And it started graduating up. So you can see it's $0, somewhere around $0. And it moved up. Now, when you reached this point, this is its all-time high. This was 31st March 2021, 1 a.m. So one of that coin reached $191. Are you saying? So $191 of that coin, or one coin of that became $199. Then it gradually dropped and it's trying to stabilize around here. Maybe later it will increase, I don't know, or it will still reduce. It can still reduce and come down here. I don't know, but you get my point, right? So this is all-time high. This is the all-time high it has ever reached. $191.36 per one coin. Then do your own research. Now, some people don't do their research. Some people just go and buy coins. They call them shit coins. Some of them buy shit coins, and they don't do their research to know whether this coin is going to increase or not. And by the time you buy the coin just falls drastically and just dies. So you didn't do your research. Now, no matter how much somebody advises you and say, bro, go and buy this coin, the coin is good, go and buy this coin, they just say maybe the coin's name is let me search for one. There's one they call ASS. That's Australian Safe Shepherd, ASS. They say, go and buy ASS. You now go and buy ASS, you not do your research. Then the coin is now falling down. Fear is now catching you because you didn't do your research. Somebody else's research that you used. So they'll tell you, buy ASO, but DYOR, do your own research. Fiat is traditional money, dollar, naira, and all that. FOMO, fear of missing out. So some people do panic buying. They just panic buy a coin because they have fear of missing out, and they just think this coin is about to rise. So let me just buy it. So I bought it because of FOMO. You could say like that. I bought it because of FOMO, fear of missing out. There's FUD, I have fear, uncertainty, and doubt about this coin. Say, bro, if I buy this coin, I say, okay, I get forward, though. I get forward. People do that. Like I said, people that have money that can move the market around, and wallets where cryptocurrency is stored with an address to the blockchain. So these are just few crypto terminology. Who has one to share with us? Who wants to teach us? Just one. Jeep. Sorry, I didn't get to say it again. Deep. Oh, like deep. That means the coin is falling. So it's dipping. See? When they say buy the dip, they say buy the dip. Buy the dip means that when the coin comes down, try and buy it because hopefully it will rise again. That's how this market is. It's a falling and rising market. So when the market falls, they say buy it at this point. So that means buy the dip. Buy the dip. Sometimes you might think this is the dip. At this point when the coin reaches, you say, but why the dip? Before you know, I don't want to say what is in my mind, but you get. All right, so you say
before you leave.
yeah, it's still dipping. All right, so what else? What else? What other terminology? Then we'll talk about crypto trading as the last one, and I close for today. All right, crypto trading. So we have places where we can trade this crypto, right? When you mean trading, you know what trading is now, buying and selling, right? Um, Buying and selling of cryptocurrency in itself is crypto trading. That's the summary of trading, buying and selling. So buy the dip when the thing came here, you bought, it's an increase. You've seen that okay, your money was what you put here was 57 million naira to buy one Bitcoin, and the thing became 58 million naira. So you have gotten a profit. You cash out your 58 million naira, gotten profit. You allow it to till the day the thing come here. And I say, that's coming out 55 million naira. So I remove 3 million from my former capital. I'll put back my 55 million naira here now. So I've gotten 3 million profit. I use it and buy one shoe or buy my mother Ferrari. Then I buy one Bitcoin again. You're hoping that okay to increase. Okay, since has increased, I got 1 million naira profit. I remove it. That's trading, bro. Do you understand? There are different platforms where you can trade. There's Luno, there's Binance, there's it's plenty. There's Hotbit. There's there's plenty. Block cipher, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Damn many. So it will tell you the current market price. Okay, this coin has increased by 3%. You look at it, you check it's okay. From my market analysis, I think this coin is going to fall. It's going to fall. Or my pastor told me this coin is going to fall. So let me buy it now so it will fall. So you buy it to fall, you lose profit. It's okay. Something. But you get my point about it. I think that's all about today's class. Oh, Hotbit has their own token now. Fresh. That's crazy. When did they release their token? That's what their token is doing. It's doing well. Alright, so that's that. Questions and we close. No question, I mean.
Yeah, my question, yeah, just okay, Lawa. My question is, do you do trading on like software?
Can you trade inside? Yes, you can trade. You can trade in Trust Wallet.
As like, sorry, I'm going back about
Yeah.
how all these
Okay.